are you getting tired of working under my shed roof?
Yeah, I am.
All right. So
I think we're gonna rectify some of that today, though, aren't we?
take me through the plans here.
Okay. Well, today's a big day.
So meanwhile, we're warming up here.
Not only are we brewing, but we are also going to build.
We're starting
The
construction.
new home of Gregorian Brewing. Basically gonna build a deck and then enclose it, and that's gonna be the brewery.
Sweet.
So we got these 2x8s that are gonna be the frame for our deck. We got concrete slabs and the concrete corner blocks for putting these guys together. I think it's going to be enough.
And
to
how
hold it
much
up.
construction experience do we have between the two of us?
Well, I mean, I worked in construction for years.
You
But not
drove a
this kind.
truck.
Yeah, I know how to make the site prep done, but we don't need to do that here. So we're just going to make sure it's level. We got enough to figure it out between our two half brains.
Here we go. Inch ply, 1 inch ply for the floors. Okay, nice and flush on this face, but as you can see, the further we get, the less flush it becomes. Because we're not exactly square. We don't really know how or why. Well, we know why, because we're idiots. But on the back, it's a little worse because so we're gonna have to figure out how to sort that out. Well, than that, look, we got a floor. Our new brewery has a floor. And it ain't going anywhere. It's freaking solid and pumped. It's not square, but it's solid. So what did you put down here? What is this?
It's a deck sealant, like a waterproofing stain sealant.
Oh, here we go. Okay,
So
we can pour water on it now.
well, we can have some small water mishaps while we're brewing.
Mishaps. All right, let's get to work. We got to cut these down. Then we got to put these on there. And then we got to go. Ooh-hoo-hoo! We're 4 days into construction. We now have mocked up our 2 pre-built walls that we got from a buddy of ours for free. We lucked out because we don't really know what we're doing, so we don't know how to build walls. So this is kind of our template to build the walls.
We've got a prototype now.
We got a prototype.
Yeah, we flip these up. You bar them in when they're sitting flush in the front with a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch on each side.
Yeah.
And then we lift this up.
And then we fucking nail the shit out of
nail
all of it.
Together.
Okay.
Square.
Did you get all that? Ooh, we're almost out of battery. Shit. Oh, we better hurry. We're running out of battery. So we caved and we got hired help because
He's definitely better looking.
he has
Smarter than both of us combined.
he's like 12 minutes into this and he's already framed that whole wall. This little middle section took us all day. He got tired of seeing us work. He's been here for less than an hour. And we have fucking 3 walls now. Riley, what do you think of our handiwork before you got here?
I couldn't have done it without you guys' startup.
Here we got our Tyvek vapor barrier wrap. got the house wrapped. Okay, we're fully wrapped. We still got to cut out a window. But the next step is going to be putting those on their end, and that's going to be our roof trusses. So Greggy, what's your game plan here? You've got your head wrapped around this?
Yeah, well, we're going to start from the one side and work the whole way over.
Okay.
So that we just keep consistently like double checking our measurements, making sure that we're good. And then we're going to have to cut the ins off on that side a little bit.
Yeah.
We're not going to use the full 14 footers. So we're going to have 1.5 feet hang out over the front, so you get a little bit of an awning.
Okay.
Okay. And we're about 6 inches hang over on the other side.
Okay. And this corner is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because we have a big ass willow tree right there. Okay, we just did a lot of work off camera because I ran out of battery. But the start of the roof is up. We got plywood all the way across the back to the square. We gotta rip those ends. We gotta cut our distance for these ends. It's looking good. Look, I'm in the shade. If you're still watching, thank you for joining us on this journey. As it turns out, I did a piss poor job of documenting the rest of this. So here we are. Welcome to Gregorian Brew. We now have a window. We now have a door. And I really wish I filmed all that because we didn't know what the hell we were doing, so those did not go in smoothly. We now have a roof that's got panels on it. We still got to complete the blocking, and I've put a gap in at the top of each one and put screens in. As you can see, the back, we haven't done the blocking yet, but there's going to be a gap to allow some ventilation, because when you sit there and boil that sucker for an hour, you got to be able to get all that steam out of here. But let's do a quick tour. So you got your grain mill, your standard drill operated style, complete with Lego holder for automatic functions. You've got your mill, your grain storage there, workbench, bottles, TV. And then we've got our fermentation tank. So right now we can do 2 batches at a time. The 20-gallon kettle allows us to fill 2 carboys. They'll hold about 6 gallons apiece. So we can have a batch ferment in here and a batch ferment in here at different temperatures. Right now we're in between batches, so this is just cold keg storage right now because we've got sort of our batches done. And what homebrew setup is complete without your very own kegerator? So there you go. Very simple design. This will end up having a 3rd keg installed and a 3rd tap installed, but for now, that's what we've got. So, thank you again if you've made it this far in the video. Like and subscribe us. Find us on TikTok. Find us on Instagram. And follow along because we are now in brew mode, and we're going to be putting out a bunch more content. We're going to be making a bunch more delicious beer. We're going to talk more about those recipes and what goes into those and how to do it yourself, because this is your very simple brew in a bag setup, just supersized. We're doing 20-gallon batches. Well, 10-gallon batches, 12-gallon batches. Wow, 12-gallon batches in a 20-gallon kettle. That's what we're doing. Talking good. So, what tour is complete with a nice brew? Cheers.